Hey everyone! Episode 6 of Suicide Squad Isekai has dropped, and it brought some twists to the plot involving the war between the kingdoms. Was the episode good? Is it worth continuing to watch the series? For those who dropped it early on, is it worth giving it a second chance? Join me in this video, where I'll bring you all the details of this episode in a spoiler-filled analysis, along with my honest opinion on the direction this anime is taking. Welcome to Comic Chronicles. Suicide Squad Isekai is getting close to the end of its first season. For those who haven't seen it yet, the anime essentially revolves around the Suicide Squad, made up of Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Peacemaker, Clayface, King Shark, and Rick Flag, on a mission imposed by Amanda Waller, where the team of villains needs to enter an Isekai, a world with magical creatures and medieval kingdoms, for future resource exploitation. So far, the squad has been helping the kingdom against the Emperor and winning several battles, but episode 5 ends with the arrival of two other villains who are on the Emperor's side, Thinker and Enchantress. Episode 6 picks up from there, but before we dive into the details, if you're a DC fan and would like to receive more videos with the best content involving our favorite heroes, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Support us by being part of this engaged community that keeps growing here on YouTube. I'm counting on you, thank you so much. The episode begins with the Suicide Squad finding the army of former prisoners of the kingdom dead. They lost their lives during the attack by Thinker and Enchantress. Harley Quinn goes into a frenzy upon seeing the scene and charges into battle. Deadshot, Clayface, Peacemaker, and King Shark also join the fight, leaving Rick Flag behind, who is hesitant to confront the duo of villains and their army of elves. The squad charges hard at Thinker, Enchantress, and their army, but the power of their enemies is beyond what they can handle. Additionally, Killer Croc is also on the Emperor's side and engages in combat with King Shark, coming out victorious. Thinker uses his powers to attack the squad mentally, and through the crystals thrown by Enchantress, he manages to implant illusions in each of their minds, except for Harley Quinn, who can't do anything to help her team. Thinker seizes Deadshot's weapon and shoots each member, indicating that, apparently, except for Harley Quinn and Nano, the Suicide Squad has been annihilated. Harley becomes even more furious and tries to hit Enchantress with her baseball bat. At that moment, Enchantress reveals that she has allied with the Empire but is not actually on its side. She says her alliance is temporary, as she doesn't care for Argus but also doesn't like the Empire, raising doubts about her motivations for being there. What's her reason for all this? That's something I want to see addressed in future episodes. Enchantress gets enraged at Harley and unleashes her power, knocking Harley Quinn out. Then, the Joker appears to Harley through her dreams as a motivational figure, encouraging her not to give up on her battles. This is a pretty cliché trope in anime, but it always works. Regarding the Joker, I suspected during episode 4 that he would only appear in Harley's dreams, and I now believe he won't appear physically in upcoming episodes. If he does, it may only be a brief appearance when the squad returns to their world, but honestly, I think he will only appear in Harley's dreams. After that, Harley wakes up and sees Rick Flag threatening Thinker, Enchantress, and Killer Croc, demanding that they stop their attacks or risk having their heads blown off. Soon, the three leave, having won the battle. Harley cries when she sees her partners dead, but Clayface stands up, wakes the others, and asks Deadshot if he modified his weapon, since that was the one Thinker used to shoot at the squad. Deadshot says no, and when he removes the bullet from his armor, it's still glowing with a green light like that of Enchantress's powers, indicating that someone prevented the bullets from actually killing them. Without a doubt, it was Enchantress who ensured the shots weren't fatal, and that makes me even more curious about her motivations for siding with the Empire, especially given how powerful she is. After their defeat in battle, the Suicide Squad is imprisoned again by the Queen, who no longer sees them as useful in combat and orders their execution. The princess, overhearing this, acts alongside Cecil behind the Queen's back, freeing the squad so they can fight once more and prove their worth. Princess Fion believes that many years of war have corrupted her mother's judgment. She thinks freeing the squad is the right thing to do, even though she fears she might be wrong and worries that something bad could happen because of her decision. What haunts her is the weight of her choices. Being a member of the royal family, she has great responsibilities, and on top of that, when she was young, she made a wrong decision that caused her friend's death, changing her forever and making her always follow what she was directed to do instead of expressing her opinions or making her own decisions. Next, the members of the Suicide Squad leave the prison and get into a carriage to head to the new battlefield and finally defeat Thinker, Enchantress, and Killer Croc. During the journey, they start planning their strategy against the villains, but at the same time, Thinker is already waiting for them. He has built a fortress and has his army of elves surrounding the portal to the other world, knowing that the squad needs to reach the portal signal so their chips don't explode, concluding the episode here. This episode added some more interesting details to the plot. Indeed, Thinker has proven to be a good antagonist for the squad, a real threat to them, unlike Ratcatcher. Additionally, as I mentioned earlier, Enchantress's motivations have not been clarified for us, but this has left me curious about them, since she prevented the squad from certain death, which promises some intriguing plot developments. At least, that's the feeling I got. It seems likely that she may end up aligning with the Suicide Squad at some point. Now, regarding my opinion on the anime, is it worth continuing to watch? Or for those who only watched the first few episodes and abandoned it, is it worth giving it a second chance? My answer is, it depends. As we approach the final episodes, I believe the protagonists may not be developed much. I think the entire plot will revolve around the mysteries surrounding the Emperor and the motivations of the villains who have allied with him, as well as everything that's unfolding in the Queen's Kingdom and Princess Fiona. In the final moments, I think the Suicide Squad will return to their world and resolve Amanda Waller's plan. So, if you enjoy seeing fight scenes and characters living in a medieval era, I would say it's worth continuing to watch or even going back to it, but if you're someone who expects scripts with a bit more complexity, good character development, and a captivating story, it may not be worth it to continue or resume from where you left off. Of course, to judge the work as a whole, we need to watch all the episodes to form a final opinion, but with less than half of the season remaining and the show's protagonists not having developed at all, I believe that's a significant detail that will be missing. If development happens, I suspect it will only occur with Harley Quinn. If you want to learn more about Suicide Squad, I'll leave some good reading recommendations in the description of this video, along with other DC comics. Get your comics or any other products at a good price by using our affiliate links. This way, you help the channel without paying anything extra. Thank you so much for all your support. Now I want to know your honest opinion. Are you enjoying Suicide Squad Isekai? Are you following it episode by episode? Or did you give up after the first 3? I'll save my final opinion on this anime until after the last episode, but for now, I'm not enjoying it.